Ricky Rose, the time has come. Meech on. February 13th, get your tickets right now. It's going down. We know Florida gonna be there. Miami gonna be there. The legend himself gonna be in the building, making history. Meech, who else coming?
The whole nation. Detroit, St. Louis, California, everybody. Atlanta, Georgia, ATL, stand up.
Woo. We're gonna make history. Get your tickets right.
50, who own your masters? Who own your masters? I buy your masters. You better shut up. I will buy your masters.
This one has the entire hip-hop world on fire. Word is spreading that Big Meech, the real-life legend behind BMF, the Black Mafia family, has finally snapped at Rick Ross after finding out Ross completely cut him off. Yep, the same Ross who built half of his boss image using Meech's legacy. Now Meech is calling him out for being fake, and fans are saying it was long overdue. For years, Ross used the BMF name to boost his brand, the boss lifestyle, the luxury, the street power. All of that came straight from what Meech represented. But now that Meech is locked up and can't speak for himself, Ross has been acting like they never had any connection at all. And trust me, Meech's people have been paying attention. Let's rewind for a second. When Rick Ross dropped Blowing Money Fast BMF in 2010, that song took over the country. Clubs, cars, every hood, it was everywhere. Ross wore Meech's name like a badge of honor, shouting, "I think I'm Big Meech, Larry Hoover." And that bar helped solidify him as the ultimate street boss. Fans assumed he and Meech were tight, especially since Meech's brother, Southwest T, showed Ross love in interviews back then. But now, over a decade later, things look completely different. Reports say Meech's camp feels Ross used their name, built his fame off it, and never gave anything back.
I want to do a BMF film because you've been entertained by a lackluster, small budget series. Now it's time to do a big budget film. Which director? Shout out to my homie, F. Gary Gray, Antoine Foucault, what's up? Tarantino, it's a lot of legends. This is gonna be big, I can feel it. I'm just talking,
Recently, letters and messages rumored to be coming from inside started hinting that Meech was officially done with Ross. The word is, he said, "Ross used my life like a mixtape and forgot the real people behind it." If that's true, that's a heavy statement. Imagine watching someone build an entire empire off your image while you're stuck in a cell, forced to watch it all from a distance. That's exactly the frustration Meech is dealing with. Like Ross took his crown and never looked back. Ross, of course, kept quiet. That's his usual move. Whenever drama pops up, he either posts some luxury flex or acts like nothing is happening. But this time, the silence only made things blow up more, because 50 Cent, who already produces the BMF series and actually has ties to the real story, came in with his signature savage energy. He dropped a cryptic line: "You can't steal another man's life and call yourself real." Everybody knew exactly who he was aiming at. 50's been waiting for a reason to go at Ross again, and Meech's frustration gave him the perfect opening. Fans instantly started connecting the dots. Ross suddenly stopped mentioning Meech, avoided bringing up BMF in interviews, and even unfollowed people tied to the movement. And when you mix silence with signs of betrayal, that's when the streets really start talking.
Have you ever seen anybody confront Rick Ross about you?
Not in person, no. Anytime I'm around, he disappears.
But is there any video of anybody like, hey, why are you running around with this dude's name?
To really understand why Meech feels betrayed, you have to look back at his history with Ross. In the mid-2000s, when BMF was still running the streets, Meech was already a legend. Flashy cars, massive parties, helping young artists before they even had a name. That whole lifestyle shaped an entire era of hip-hop, and Ross was one of the first artists to turn that influence into a full brand. His whole boss persona came straight out of Meech's blueprint. The Maybachs, the robes, the king of the city image. Everything about Ross carried that BMF flavor. And for a long time, it felt like Ross was showing genuine respect. But things took a turn when rumors about Ross' past as a correctional officer started circulating. People began questioning how authentic he truly was, and suddenly using Meech's name became a convenient way to keep his street credibility intact. Ross leaned even deeper into the BMF aesthetic, all while Meech was in court fighting for his freedom. Meech never blasted him publicly, but people close to him said he always believed Ross would give back at some point. Maybe help the family, maybe show support to the BMF members still struggling, anything at all. But instead, nothing happened. Ross built an empire, made millions, launched MMG, and became a worldwide brand, all while barely acknowledging the people whose story helped shape that image in the first place.
I feel bad for Lil Meech. I don't feel bad for no grown man on this planet. Like, I'm a grown man. Why the f I gotta feel bad for another grown man? Like, you a grown man too. What you asking for my sympathy for? You be alright.
That's exactly where the tension started rising. When the BMF TV series dropped under 50 Cent's direction, it brought the real story back into the spotlight. Suddenly people were asking, where's Rick Ross in all this? He wasn't involved, didn't support it, didn't promote it, nothing. And fans started questioning, if Ross was really BMF like he always claimed, why isn't he standing behind the actual story? That question definitely traveled back to Meech's cell, because not long after, rumors about his frustration began circulating. Meech allegedly told people close to him, he was never one of us. He acted the part, but he never paid the price. That line spread like wildfire. And of course, 50 Cent being 50 Cent, he couldn't resist stirring things up. On Instagram Live, he laughed and said, Ross thought he was Meech, but the real Meech just woke up. The comments blew up instantly. Fans said 50 was speaking for every real one who's watched somebody fake a lifestyle for clout. Ross still didn't respond publicly, especially not when 50's involved, but insiders say he was heated. People from his camp claim he feels disrespected because he believes he always showed Meech love through his music. But the reality is, love without loyalty doesn't hold the same weight. And when you look at it from Meech's side, his anger makes sense. From behind bars, all he sees is people profiting off his name. Rappers, producers, actors, while the man who built that entire legacy sits locked up. In his eyes, Ross was supposed to keep his name alive with respect, not get rich off it and disappear. To Meech, that's not business. That's betrayal.
I wasn't gonna address this, because I'm not trying to let nobody trick me off the streets. But I never folded, never told, never will. Death before dishonor, always with me. So I'm doing this for my loved ones and the support of my friends and family.
Now things are getting even deeper because 50 Cent isn't just reacting anymore, he's playing chess. He knows exactly how to flip real-life tension into viral content. So the moment Meech's frustration hit the blogs, 50 jumped straight into action, dropping memes and clips from the BMF series. One post said, "Real BMF business, not the entertainment version." Fans went crazy. Everybody knew who the message was aimed at. It was 50's way of saying, this is what real authenticity looks like, not something created for the charts. Rick Ross tried to act unbothered, posting photos of his mansion, his animals, and captions like, "Real bosses don't react." But even that didn't work. Comments were flooded with people saying, "Meech made your whole image," and "Stop flexing someone else's story." And that's the thing about the internet. Once they smell weakness, they attack nonstop. Ross' untouchable boss persona started cracking because people were finally questioning the foundation. Was it real, or was it just borrowed from BMF? Meanwhile, insiders say Meech has been sending letters, making sure the truth gets out. He's tired of people twisting his story for profit. One message allegedly said, "I don't need the credit, but I deserve the respect." That line said everything. He's not chasing fame, he wants honesty. Loyalty doesn't disappear when cameras stop rolling. Soon the whole situation became a digital storm. Podcasts debated it, YouTubers made breakdown videos, and fans divided into two sides: Team Meech and Team Ross. And of course, 50 kept fueling the fire. He even hinted he might include Ross in a future BMF episode, just to show the difference between acting like a boss and being one. Classic 50. Petty, hilarious, and strategic. Ross took another hit when fans started comparing how 50 supports Meech's family versus Ross. 50 still works with Lil Meech, promotes him, and helps build his career. Ross? Nothing. No calls. No posts. No support. People called it disrespectful, especially since Ross used Meech's name to boost his own image. Slowly, the energy shifted. Fans started realizing, maybe 50 was right all along. In hip-hop, perception is everything, and suddenly Ross looked cornered. He couldn't clap back at 50 because 50 controls the narrative. He couldn't deny Meech's words because they carry real weight, and staying quiet only made him look worse. Meanwhile, 50 was having the time of his life watching it unfold. Now let's talk about what's coming next, because this situation isn't slowing down. The tension between Big Meech, Rick Ross, and 50 Cent has turned into a cultural moment. Fans want Ross to respond directly to Meech, not with pictures or motivational captions, but with actual respect. But if you know Ross, he'll probably try to wait it out, hoping the noise dies down. The problem? 50 isn't letting it go. He recently said, "Everybody want to be real until it's time to be real." Meech was the blueprint. Ross just copied the paper. That quote spread everywhere. Even major media covered it, putting more pressure on Ross. And one thing about 50, once he locks onto someone, he doesn't stop. He turns beef into branding. And right now, Ross' silence is damaging his image. Fans are saying, "How you the biggest boss when the real boss just checked you?" At the same time, Meech's message keeps echoing. People close to him say he's calm, spiritual, and not trying to start drama. He just wants accuracy. That's why his words hit harder. It's not hate, it's honor. Ross is stuck at a crossroads. If he apologizes, he admits he was wrong. If he ignores it, he looks fake. Either way, the damage is already done. The man who once rapped, "I think I'm Big Meech," now looks nothing like the real thing. And 50 keeps reminding everyone with every meme he posts, that boss talk wasn't yours. Brutal, but people are eating it up. End of the day, this whole situation isn't just hip-hop drama, it's about legacy. Big Meech created something that still impacts culture. Ross borrowed the energy, but you can't fake authenticity forever. 50 simply used his platform to highlight that truth, and the fans ran with it. The streets are talking, the blogs are eating, and everyone's watching for Ross' next move. One thing is clear, you don't play with legends. If the rumors are true, Ross learned that the hard way. Because when Big Meech speaks, the culture listens. And this time, his message was loud. You can't cut off the real and expect to stay real.